What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Awesome Nerd Show. Today we're looking at a new NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Target exclusive Wingnut and Screwloose 2-pack. So we got two more characters here from the cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle show. So we have Wingnut, which is a giant bat, and then we have Screwloose, which is a giant mosquito. So both of these look very cool and colorful. I like the looks of their designs a lot. I just think they look really cool. So I'm excited to check these two figures out. I think they'll look amazing with the rest of our cartoon figures. They just look awesome. Like I said, the colors just really stand out a lot on these. So I really like these a lot. So let me go and get them open out of the box. They are NECA, so I will have to heat them up. Always got to heat up your NECA, so I'll do that, and then we'll check them out together. Well, starting off with Wingnut. Wingnut is an evil alien bat from the planet Flagion, and we see both these characters from episode 123, Zack and the Alien Invaders. So we see both Wingnut and Screwloose in this episode because they are a partner team together, and they use a mind control charger to mind control cadets at a military academy that Zack is sent to, and so they're posing as like the commanders at the military academy. So overall, it looks pretty cool. It reminds me a lot of Batman. Of course, it is a bat, very alienish but humanoid bat, and then his outfit and everything reminds me of Batman, you know, with like the gray or this time it's like a purplish color, but gray and the blue, so it has that Batman look to it. So every time I see this, I just think of Batman. But overall, it looks pretty cool because it has a bat design. Of course, I don't know what the type of bat is, and of course, his big bat-like ears there, and I like the mouth and eyes and everything. Head looks very good. Like I said, I like these figures a lot, mostly because of the colors. They just stand out a lot, so I really like that. But he's got some armor padding. Of course, his suit, like I said, that's like the grayish purple there. Nice belt on with the bat logo there, so again, very similar to Batman all the way down. So he's got 3-toed feet and 4-fingered hands. You can see the claws and everything there. And then on his back, he's got these robotic wings, but as you see, he's got these little tiny wings, so they're probably so little that they wouldn't allow him to fly, especially with his mass and everything. So he's got these robotic wings on over the top that kind of attach to it, and you can see they have like maybe some thrusters and stuff and little guns up at the top there. So it looks pretty cool. There is some issues with the design, like it is hard to get him to stand up. It feels like his legs are a little bit off, so he's a little bit hard to stand up, and then with the wings on the back, kind of makes him back heavy, so he keeps falling down a lot. So you have to kind of get him positioned just right. And then there are some issues with like the wing layouts, like I don't know if I can really get it to show you, but yeah, here you can see, like, so this one lays down more compared to this one because of like the yellow rings around the body there, so it's interfering with that, so it sticks out more, so that's a little annoying. And then just the movements and everything of the wings in there are a little bit limited. But for the figure's movements, his head can move up and down there, so pretty decent, and can twist side to side. He's got the ab crunch right under his chest there, as you can see, so he just crunches back and forth just a little tiny bit, not much at all, but he can twist side to side. At the shoulders, can raise up a little bit there, maybe 90 degrees. It's hard because it doesn't really even start out at a normal level, so it's already up a little bit. So, but you can maybe get up about 90 degrees, probably a little bit under, and can rotate around within there. Now he's got a double elbow joint, and these elbows work a little bit weird. So you can see the joint there. So we have the upper joint that can move back and forth. Of course, you don't get a whole lot of range. You can kind of get back a little bit more. So again, not a whole lot of range there. And then it has the lower joint as well, but it doesn't bend as much either, and it's already kind of at an angle itself. So you don't really get much bending at all together, so not a whole lot of movement in the arms. And ours has an issue of this arm actually just popping right off the joint, so it's not stuck in there very well or something, but there's rotation in those joints as well. But then we get the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth, and then we go down to legs, so legs can move back and forth a little bit. It's hard to get them, you know, further up because they're already moved forward to be able to hold them up, but you just get a little bit of movement back and forth there. And then we get a little bit of thigh twist in there, and of course can come out to the sides a little bit. We get the single knee joint that bends up about that far, maybe 45 degrees if even that, but just a little bit of movement there. And I don't know why, even after heating these feet up, they still are really stiff, but it can move back and forth a little bit there and can twist side to side. And if we go to the back, we have the tail, so the tail can move up and down there, so it has a joint and can twist around. And then we have the wings, so the wings do have some rotation and then can fold up and down. So overall, we have limitations in the movements, so it's not the best figure ever. I just really like the look, so that's what makes me like this figure. And for additional accessories, we get some hands, so we have some claw hands here. So you see the claws, looks like we have some pain issues, but it probably won't be using these hands too much. And then we also get some like trigger finger hands because we do get a gun with it, so we have just a hand with the trigger fingers there, which is cool. And as mentioned, we have the gun as well, so I assume this is probably like the mind control gun or something. I don't really know, but it's a nice big gun design, very similar to the other guns we've seen before with the NECA turtle, so very cool. I like how it looks like the things, you know, flip up and everything there. Of course, they're stationary on this, but look cool. But let's maybe try to put the gun in his hand and one of the hands on and stuff. So there we got one of the guns in his hands. Actually was pretty easy to get in there, so not too bad at all. But that looks pretty cool. But like I said, big bulky gun in it with his weakened sort of weird arm joints and stuff. Doesn't really hold it too well or anything, so you just have to kind of mess with it and everything. But it looks pretty cool, and probably should go in the left hand with the way the sights are. Either way, I just wanted to put the gun in his hand. But it looks pretty cool, but like I said, just some issues with the movements. But the one thing going for this figure is just its overall look. And then we have his partner of Screwloose, the evil alien mosquito from Planet Flagian, and he looks really weird. I don't like his look nearly as much as I did with Wingnut, but Screwloose is just a giant mosquito, so you can see the mosquito-like look to him, especially with that long nose. But he just looks like some random guy, and to me, he looks like he'd be like the evil twin of Buzz, the Cheerio mascot stuff. So just a weird looking guy, just the overall design stuff. So he's all yellow, and then like I said, he's got the mosquito nose, so this really weird nose with the point on. He's got a smile there, of course his big eyes there, but he's got like an orange tank top on. He's got 4 arms there and 2 legs, and he's got some purple pants on and some black shoes with the white coverings. Reminds me of like Joker from the waist down, so that's pretty funny. He's got this green tail off the back, which is very similar to the tail of Wingnut, just it's much bigger, but still has that segmented design. And then he's got these little like fins or whatever things on the back of his arms as well. And as mentioned, he does have the 4 arms there and everything, and the wings on the back. So just overall, I don't like the look of this. Like, I don't think the colors stand out as much and everything, but still a fun little character to throw in. So for his movements, his head can twist side to side. It's a little bit sticking there, but it can nod up and down. He's got 4 shoulder joints, and they're all pretty much the same, so they can just pretty much raise up as much as you want, so you can get like 90 degrees there or whatever. And they rotate around within there as well, so you can have them going forward to move back and forth or up and down. So you can do that with any of the forearms. And these got the single elbow joints that just bend to 90 and have the rotation, and the wrist twist around and flex back and forth. He has a bit of like an ab crunch and twist in the midsection. Of course, you can't really see, but he just rocks back and forth a little bit, so not much crunching, but can twist side to side. And as you can see, he seems like he's like a little bit crooked, like he's over to the side, and it really annoys me because I'm like, you know, trying to straighten him up, but he won't move at all, so he's just in that position. So it kind of stinks that he's kind of like leaning over to the side. But the hips can move up about 90 degrees and out to the side that far, close to doing the splits. He's got a little bit of thigh twist in there, a single knee joint that bends up about 90 degrees there in the back and has a little rotation in it as well. And then the foot can flex back and forth and twist a little side to side. Now if we go to his back, his tail just pretty much twists around. It doesn't have the additional movements, and then his wings can move back and forth, and you can twist them around to get him wherever you want him positioned. So a fun character to throw in with this set. The figure itself's not that great. Again, I don't like how he's kind of leaned over, and then he doesn't have the best movements overall, but it's fun that they threw him in here since he does go with Wingnut, so we have the 2 partners, everything, so they kind of need to go together. But just so you can see the size difference, so we've got Screwloose here, and then we can bring in Wingnut, so you can see the height difference between the 2 characters, that they are different. And also with Screwloose, we get an additional accessory that I assume can be for him, is we get a flight stand, which is the first time we've gotten one with the NECA figure, so pretty cool. It's just all this clear stand, has this piece that can raise up and down, so if you want it up higher, of course I can never get this lifted up through here because it's got all these little like teeth segments, so it's hard to lift them up and down, but it's got a joint here, here, and then at the end that can kind of adjust where you want it, and then of course has the claw part on it to hold the figure as well, so we can put him up in it. Now I don't like this design because you have to have it angled to one side or the other, just the way it's designed, so I don't like that. Then we can just stick Screwloose in it. So if we put it around his waist, we can have him flying up in the air there, so that looks pretty cool. And then of course we can bring Wingnut in as well to have both of them there together, so that looks pretty cool. And we get some additional accessories we get these stickers, so we have stickers there of a wanted sign of Smash, and then we get like a pizza-y looking W, and then whatever that's supposed to be, I don't know what that design is, but with these you can just kind of stick them on your display if you have them. Of course we don't have the cartoon one, and we use it for other things, so we don't want to necessarily put these on there, but I like that they do include these so you can decorate your display if you have the NECA one. And then we also get some comic books, so we have these fun little comic books. They are just kind of folded flat currently, but I think you can fold them in half to have them look like comic books and stuff. But we have one where we have big bug-eyed alien invaders. This one's upside down, but we have Bugman, and then we also have Captain Cow. So 3 pretty cool comics that you can probably put in like Mikey's hands and stuff, since he'll probably read comics a lot. And then I always like to just show the size comparison. So here is Donatello, so you can see how big they are compared to Donatello and the other turtles. But that is going to be it for our NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Target exclusive Wingnut and Screwloose 2-pack. Like I said, I think they're both cool looking characters, like by their looks, especially Wingnut, but they overall have some issues that I don't like as much, but still 2 nice looking characters overall. But let me know what you thought of these figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.